Because I see one of the things he talks about is no vote on term limits. You know, here's the thing. The Supreme Court has said when it comes to states, you can't set term limits. The limits have to be those that are in the Constitution, nothing more, nothing less. That's why they had to pass an amendment to limit the president's terms, because Congress can't do by statute what the Constitution doesn't permit. So if you have a vote in the House on term limits, that's a nothing vote, unless you can get 2/3 there and 2/3 in the Senate. And I don't see Congress voting to limit its terms. So I'm thinking, you're going to die on that? That's a big issue? I'm just being honest. That's a non-issue, because the only way you can do that is convention of states. You're not going to be able to do it through Congress. I want to come back to you, Mr. Speaker. I promise. We'll be right back.
Mark Levin.
You cannot put term limits in place or even a balanced budget amendment in place without 2/3 votes of both houses of Congress, which you're never going to get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Matt Gaetz knows this. He said this. It's on the Convention of States website from September 30, 2019. And he said he supports Convention of States. This is the only way to achieve this.
Yeah, with Article 5 of the U.S. Constitution gives the
Article
states the
5.
power to call a
Do you
convention.
support that? Convention of States.
I support it. I support it 100%. Especially, look, at states, we have shown in this country how states, conservative states, why people are moving there now. It's how to run them, how to have the freedom instead of being enforced all these others. And the argument that Matt says that I haven't brought him up yet, the one thing I want to do as Speaker is bottom up. I let the committee, the members do their work. It hasn't come out of committee yet. So why can I bring it to the floor? I want to tell members what they have to do or let members have the input.
Is one of the reasons it hasn't come out of committee yet is because it's going to go nowhere and it's a showman vote? And if you really support term limits and balanced budget, you want to amend the Constitution, you're not going to get it through Congress. It has to be Article 5, the second method of amending the Constitution, correct?
Correct. It only takes 34 states to call the convention and 38 to ratify any amendments that are proposed. And think about the movement in this country. We're watching these states, right? We're watching what's happening in New Mexico. She's trying to go around the Constitution. I mean, this is why there's a big movement on the Articles 5 for a convention.
I'm one of the big movers and shakers, me and a handful of others, and we believe this very strongly. So when I hear a politician in Washington tell the American people, we haven't had a balanced budget vote, we haven't had a term limits vote, I go, what the hell are you talking about?